Hi, Floppy Catters. I really didn't know what to do with him being the way he is right now, so I figured I would just do a live video. Charlie seems to be very affected by the full moons lately, right? Yeah. So this is where all of my storage is down here, and he was trying to climb the storage shelving, which he cannot do. And so I put him on top of the fridge instead, so he felt a little safer. You'll notice I have a microwave down here. I used to not own a microwave because when I had my thyroid disease, I learned how it takes away all the nutrients in the food to microwave food. But I bought one so I could microwave a heating pad that was beans and rice or something like that, heating pad. Anyway, I have the foam up there so that he won't crawl into that area, and that's just from years of putting him up here, but he loves to be up here. He's looking out window. You would love for the windows to be open, but it's 20 degrees outside. You would like to go outside. So we did go outside the last couple of nights because it snowed, and when it snows, I can see everything. And that first snow, the night of the first big snow, there's nothing around. Squirrels don't even come out of the trees usually during the day. So they did go outside the last 2 nights. And that's very exciting, right, Woo? Because we never get to go outside at night times. Are you annoyed right now? Zersey Boo. What are you guys up to? What is tonight? Monday night. How's Monday night treating you? I was sick for 2 weeks, and now I have this annoying little cough that I hope goes away. I keep drinking apple cider vinegar, cayenne, and honey, but no, it doesn't happen. Hi, Sally Carroll. Thank you for all your help via email. I really, really appreciate it. Sally's been helping me learn more about raw food. I really want to get this one in particular on raw, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But I know attitude is a lot behind it. If I don't have a good attitude about it, then it's not going to happen. Where are you going, Charles? Kathy Keeney, where are you in Kansas? We're in Kansas, too. We're just over the state line, though. We're in Kansas City. I grew up on the Missouri side, so it's hard for me to think of... I just think of Kansas City as Kansas. Thank you. Hey. Hi. Good night. Are you a kitten? What is going on? Lately, his responses to full moons have been nightmarish. Why are you just biting random things? Anyway, whenever anyone says, I'm from Kansas, I've never thought of myself from Kansas I have thought of myself from Missouri because I was born there, but I'm always yeah, Kansas City, it really isn't a full state. It's just an area, and it's a border area, so. Summer's from Mississippi. I always have to say Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana with a little bit of an accent. We think Woo had a little bit of a reaction there. I wonder if there's... Charlie's got a lot of neck shoulder issues, so he'll have a little bit of a head tremor if he has a muscle twitch or anything. So, if there's tightness in his shoulders or his neck, then his head will do a little shakaroo, which scared the heck out of me at first until I realized from a chiropractor that it's from tightness in his neck, and he is going regularly. We're going every month now. We went for our first one and then every 2 weeks, but then now we're going every month. South Central Kansas. My my neighbor is from Western Kansas. And I'm like, will you stop saying Western Kansas and will you just tell me the town that you're from? So at least I can learn it that way. Woo, do we have mice or is this just your standard full moon behavior? I have not heard any mice, so I hope we don't. Sheila Watson from Central Missouri. Hello. Jamie from Canada. Hi. I'm actually listening to a Canadian on my computer right now. Not very well since I'm filming a video, but I'm pretty crazy about Adored Beast products right now. And Adored Beast is based in Canada. And so I've been watching or listening more than watching, but you don't really need to watch. You just need to listen to their videos on YouTube. And that Canadian accent always entertains me. So, ironically, there's a new Pilates instructor at my Pilates studio, and she's Canadian. But she's lived in the U.S. for a long time. Like, her family moved to New York and then to Texas. But man, that Canadian accent is so strong for me. And it's funny because other people can't hear it. And she's only from Toronto, so it's not as strong as some Canadian accents. But I went to her class tonight, and I think from listening to all the Adored Beast YouTube videos, plus that has really made me tune into the Canadian accent. I have a master's in Spanish, so the way that I hear language is more intense, I think, because of it, because I had to really listen to understand how words were pronounced. Leesburg, Virginia. Is that near Fairfax Station? Or no? Why do I know Leesburg, Virginia? My aunt lives in Fairfax Station. Hi, Brandy from Gardner. Seal Beach, California. I've never heard of Seal Beach, California. Matthew said that Nova can't get them and Trap's not working either, which are mice. So if you guys have been following us for any amount of time, I have a dropped ceiling in my finished part of my basement. I'll just show you. So this is obviously the unfinished part of the basement where the litter boxes are and whatnot. And then this is the finished part. And you guys can hear the Canadians in the background. So this dropped part, this is where the mice are, and they come in from my front door. And so I usually catch them up here. I put a little green trap and I catch them up there so I can hear them on that ceiling in the finished part running back and forth. So then Charlie and Trig stand on the stairs. Let me see if Chiggy, yeah. So Chiggy's on the stairs right now. So they'll sit on the stairs and then they'll just watch the ceiling like a tennis match for the mice, and they haven't been doing that, so I know that there are no mice, but I can hear them too, so it's gives you the heebie-jeebies. Anyway, before it got really cold, I really stuffed the holes. Like, I'd stuffed them before, but I made sure I got them all out, and then I stuffed the holes, and then left the traps out for another like 2 weeks after that, and I haven't had any problems. All right. Stephanie Woodward said yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So my aunt must have mentioned Leesburg to me because she's lived there for a while. She's from Kansas City, though. Oh, okay. So she's saying that the county that she's in is next to Fairfax County. My aunt is one of my very good friends, so I will probably ask her about it. Where's Leesburg again? Have you mentioned that to me? Ooh, Matthew says Nova stares at the floor ducks. I really like to see, I really like to see the mice and like get over that whole fear thing, but I still get creeped out. Like, I know that they're coming in to be warm and stuff, but I'm still like, but I've gotten a lot better about it. Oh, Cheryl said seal the area with foam. So there's a contractor who I have been consulting with to redo my bathroom, my guest bath upstairs. And Charlie keeps watching me because I'm holding a knife, because I was actually unpacking packages when he wanted to climb the shelving down here. So I'm holding this knife, and as I'm talking, I'm like, twirling it around, like as I talk to you guys, as if you can see that hand. And so he keeps looking at, like, why is she twirling the knife? I know, and we were playing with it for a little bit, and then I thought, oh no, he's gonna cut his paw if we play with that. Like, what is that? What is he looking at? Woo. So the contractor that I've been talking to about redoing my guest bath upstairs, because unfortunately I don't want to redo it, but the cast iron pipes have gone bad. My house was built in 1940, so they've cracked, and there's no other way to fix it other than, like, completely. I know you want to play with that. I wish I had something else for him to play with other than to tear out the pipes entirely. And so, because the floor of the bathroom is actually poured concrete, it's around the pipes themselves, so we have to annihilate the floor to access the pipes, which means you gotta tear out the whole bathroom. So that sucks. But anyway, the goal with that is we're gonna redo my basement ceiling, because I think it might be asbestos too, but we're going to remove that, plug the holes really, really well, and then we'll go, so he'll seal it with foam and steel wool and all that good stuff. I know, I shouldn't use the knife. I mean, obviously I've barely used it, but like he's like, do it again. Okay, we'll do it again. But this side just isn't as fun. And then that way, and then I'll cut myself. Slice and dice mice. When my ex-boyfriend and I lived together, he used kill traps, and one time the kill trap did not kill the mouse. It just caught its foot. So he had to do the deed, and I could never ever kill the mouse. So I use live traps. Oh, here, I actually still kind of have them out. I use these. I think you guys have seen them in my videos. So this goes down. You put like peanut butter on the inside there, and then when the mice goes in, I know you're like, is there a micey in there? I love when those things come out. Then it closes like that, and so then the mouse is in there, and then when you go to take them, I just release them by lifting that thing up. You gonna smell that? I thought I washed it pretty well, but maybe not. Yes, Kathy Keeney said my boy gets his mane in his mouth too. Yes, this is welcome to winter time. Oh, you don't have it in your mouth right now, does Tiggy? Tiggy! Darn it. I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to run away, because Tiggy can be a little bit skittish sometimes. But he was yawning and stretching. That was pretty funny. Tiggy! Tiggy! Wooing. All right. Stephanie is talking about Leesburg. I hope I'm saying that right. Great visit. Lots of historical stuff around there. Many wineries and breweries. Yes. So Stephanie said, and this is maybe something interesting to bring up, but she said, not sure if you'd remember me, because I have a lot of people that contact me. I don't know about fans, but she's been following the site for many years, and you featured my grand cat, Sven, the Maine Coon mix, a bunch of times. Yes, I typically will remember someone based on their cat. I don't do so well with human names, but if I've seen the picture of a cat, or like if the cat has a unique name, then I do a better job at remembering them. And then she said, "Whoa, that pipe scenario sounds exhausting and expensive." It is expensive. It will be expensive. Unfortunately, that's why there's a hole in my ceiling in my kitchen, and it's been like that for over a year, because I can't afford to fix it yet. And luckily it's my guest bath, so I don't have to fix it right away. But I'd like to get it fixed because it's kind of annoying to have a hole in your ceiling that long. Oh, Cheryl, I know. So my aunt, who I've been talking about, that lives in Fairfax Station, she hates mice. She's like, kill him, kill him, kill him. And I'm like, Angelie, they're living beings. I can't kill them. And she's like, I have absolutely no problem killing them. I just cannot stand them. I don't know. I guess I've changed my tune over the years. When my Rags, which is the reason I founded Floppy Cats, was 17 years old, he had just finished chemotherapy. He had lymphoma. Was it 17? Yes. I'd finally convinced my mom to let me take him from her house. So he and I finally moved into this house together, and I was doing laundry down here because that's where my laundry is. And Rags shot across the floor. And I hadn't seen him move that quickly in years, and obviously he had just finished chemotherapy, so he wasn't, feeling so hot. And I got really excited because he did shoot across trying to put this back. He did because he shot across the floor, I was like, oh man, he must be feeling really good. No, it was a mouse. And at that point, I was like, I am not going back to my basement. Oh my gosh, so gross, oh my gosh. But now I've got 2 expert killers. So if Charlie and Trig were to catch him, I wouldn't care. I mean, that's a scenario. I wouldn't want them to kill it because I don't know if that... I mean, it's okay for them to kill it, which, whatever. Eat it is what I mean. I don't want them to eat it because I don't want them to, I don't know where the mouse has been. So if it had poison or any chemicals in it or whatever, then that goes into Charlie and Trig's system. So that's why I don't want them to eat it. Oh, Stephanie, did he do that? She said, I love when they smell things and then leave their mouths open with that expression on their face. So that's, cats have another organ in their mouth. It's called a Jacobson's organ. And when they leave their mouth open like that, that's why their sense of smell is so good. It helps their brain memorize that smell. So he must have, smelled that, when I obviously didn't see that happen. Also, did you see that little shake there? Kelly said, how's the weather in Kansas? It snowed like 4 inches a couple days ago, and it's been in the 20s and 30s, but tomorrow it's supposed to be 50, so that's good. I'm ready for it to be a little bit warmer, but then it goes back down to cold. Jenna says she can't kill mice either. We had them in our attic. We trap them and release them in the park close by. Yeah, I release them. I guess they can find their way back for at least 2 miles. So I drive over 2 miles and then release them. Charlie looks like he has it all under control. He looks so serious, says Jenna. Whoa, what was that one? Are you ready to go night-nights? Let's do some green light therapy for your full moon behavior. And let's go night-nights. I'm ready for night-nights. Every night we talk about going night-nights. Charlie is actually on the Adored Beast leaky gut protocol, which is a 2 times a day thing. Jenna knows what I'm talking about because her dog has been through it. Jenna helped me a lot with Camus, with alternative therapies. And so she and I have emailed about Adored Beast leaky gut. So Charlie is on that, and he just had his last dose, and usually after his last dose, then we go to bed. Right, Woo? Are you ready to go night-nights? Yes, I know. Well, think. Are you okay? Okay, well, I'm ready to go night nights. Are you? He won't even look at me. Okay, Shakia, I don't know how to say your name, but you said you have a question. Let her rip. Woo, so handsome, so proud. I so importante. I know, and your tail's always flicking. Yeah, yeah, you. So busy. Jenna, Trig can't tolerate it. I try to get him on it, and he cannot tolerate it. So, Healthy Gut makes Trig, like you've seen maybe with Charlie in this video, like flick his leg like that. Trig, that's all he does on Liver Tonic and Healthy Gut. He just flicks his legs all the time. It's so annoying for him, I'm sure. So I took him off of it, and he's only on Feline Gut Soothe. But what I was reading tonight and what I emailed to Adored Beast is Trig did so well on that rebalancer, the start of that. And, the rebalancers for the over-vaccinated stuff. And they have on their website a 10-day protocol for rebalancer twice a day. And so I was like, maybe I could do that for Trig. Since it's homeopathic remedy, I think it would work. And I thought maybe it would work for Charlie too. They both seem to do really, really well on that rebalancer. Like Trig was so in such a good mood. And so I want to try it again. Yes, Charlie is my first cat that flicks it. I know you want to get that ones. Is my first cat that never stops flicking his tail. Because my dad used to think that a cat flicking their tail was like a dog, happy. And I was like, oh no, Dad. Cat is not happy when they're flicking their tail. But that flicking in the tail is just mildly annoyed. That's not really annoyed. I was just trying to grab something to entertain. We don't usually play with paper towels, but what I would normally play with is upstairs. Boo? Won't play with the paper towels? No? Oh, now you will? Okay. Charlie actually, I used to use ads on the... Oh my goodness, what was that little head tilt? Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I used to play with CVS weekly circulars with him all the time. Okay. The question was... Uh-oh. Come on. I was trying to get a ragdoll kitten from a breeder, and unfortunately she has colostrum or something like that. Is it all right to adopt her because breeder says that's not a big issue and it's normal? I'm not a veterinarian, dude. I have no idea. I don't even know what that is without Googling it. So I can't help you, but hopefully someone else on here might know and be able to give some feedback. I am asked so many veterinary questions that it surprises me because I wouldn't think of asking a dog blogger something like that. And so I'm always surprised when somebody asks a cat blogger that, but I don't know. I guess I know a few things with chronic renal failure from just living through it with my cats. So maybe there's someone on here that has had a kitten with that situation and can tell you. Get him, Woo. Get him, Woo. Charlie is very handsome kitty. Bub did. Oh no, cannot jumping down stairs. I don't want. I feel like it's okay for me to say that Charlie's handsome since I didn't create him. Usually you need to be humble and stuff, but I agree. He's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a seal mitted with an hourglass blaze. And I've wanted that since I was 6 years old, because the first ragdoll that I ever met was seal mitted with a blaze. He had more of a little diamond blaze, but he was such a cool cat. Such a cool cat. The only cat that has been as cool as that cat that I met when I was 6 years old, I'm 42 now, is my Aunt Jean's Hobbs. He is just as cool of a cat. Charlie is a great cat, but cool. When I say cool, I mean like good with other cats, good with babies, good with kids, good with dogs. Hobbs is awesome. And Halston, that cat I was talking about from when I was 6 years old and the reason I ever wanted a cat, he was good with all of those too. And adults. Hobbs is the one that I always show in videos when we're having like a garage sale. Okay. Looks like Jenna replied about the kitten situation. And Kelly said Hobbs is great. He is great.
Well, hello, and thank you for gracing us with your beauty. Hi, do you need somebody to comb your mane? Looks like you're on the struggle bus with your mane right now. Yeah. Okay.
And he's out, ladies and gents. Are you going? You ready for night nights? Okay, baby, let's go night nights. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. I love you. I love you. Are you listening to the Canadians on YouTube? Okay. All right. That's it. I'm waiting. I'm on a waiting list with a breeder, and I'm hoping for a seal with a blaze. Oh, Lisa said. Oh, good. Well, I hope you get it, because it is my favorite color combo, because it is the first color combo that I ever knew about because when I was 6 years old. My Aunt Nikki had seen a ragdoll on the cover of Time magazine and bought one for her boyfriend at the time. This was in the 80s. It would have been the mid 80s, early 80s. And then she ended up getting Halston from Ragnarok, I think is how you say it, in California, which is where Rags came from too. Rags, I mentioned earlier, is the reason I founded Floppy Cats. What, do you see something up there? Do you hear something up there? That's what I'm worried about. What is it, Woo? Do you hear something? Go get it if you hear it. Go get it. So anyway, Halston was a seal mitted with a blaze, and he was so stunning. I have a photo of him on Floppy Cats, because he more or less started it all. My aunt had German Shepherds. I know that surprises you guys. I'm being facetious because my mom has German Shepherds, so everyone has always seen ragdolls and German Shepherds. But so Halston was raised with like 3 German Shepherds, and my Aunt Nikki had trained him, to sit and give you kisses. So, I was so used to dogs because we only had dogs because my dad wouldn't let us have cats, that when the first time I felt a cat tongue, I just giggled. Like, I was like, whoa, what is that? My Aunt Nikki, I was 6, so she was like, it's going to feel like really rough, like sandpaper. So anyway, Halston was just a really cool cat, and he's the reason I wanted a cat, and he's the reason why I got Skittles, which was my first cat, my first ragdoll cat, but Skittles died of FIP, and so then when he was 2, so then we got Rags and Cosby, and Cosby was Rags's half brother, and he died of FIP at 10 months old, and then Rags lived to 19 and a half, and there's the reason I founded Floppy Cats. And I keep telling you guys that I'm gonna go good night. Lori, he could be flicking his tail because he's listening to me, but he just like always flicks his tail anyway, so thank God he didn't leave his mouth open with his Jacobson Oregon after smelling my hand. Yes, Cheryl said Ann Baker in Bakersfield invented ragdolls. Okay, and then Jenna, looks like you got a response about the breeder has started treatment already. She says it won't be a problem in the future, but I think I'm going to cancel my contract. I paid $500. Appreciate your response. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I hope you have a good evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Do you want to say bye? Do you think that maybe somebody should just like take a fine-tooth comb and run through that? Because it's looking a little rough. Look on the, are you ready for night nights? We're going to do a little green light therapy right there so that you'll go night nights and not go crazy at the moon. Okay. I love you. Night nights.